Good Monday morning, everybody. This is the Monday after Easter. Thank you, God, for grace and mercy. Thank you for having us here. And I just want to welcome everybody to my Pet Death Doula channel. I am Mamie Jones, your Pet Death Doula. I'm a licensed therapist in the state of Georgia, but I am a pet loss crisis person. Therefore, I'm a pet death doula. I deal with people who have anticipating losing their pets, people who've lost their pets recently or long term. So I am that person. I've been doing this for a while. Here in Georgia, I've had clients in different other states as well, but mostly focused here in the Atlanta area. But I'm looking to expand to all parts of the world because I think this is a very important topic to discuss, and that's pet loss. I think a lot of people just take it for granted that um, it's it's nothing, and they don't really realize the impact that pet loss has on individuals. So therefore, I created this thing called Pet Death Doula, and I am that person who understands exactly what you're going through. This is week 3 in me trying to market myself, and I am doing the best I can to educate people on what happens to our emotional state when we lose a pet, and trying to let you know the resources that are out here. This is just not passive things that happen when you lose a pet. Okay, uh, grief is what happens when you lose a pet. Today I'm going to be talking about 7 surprising things that happen after you lose a pet. When they think about grief, you think about just somebody being sad, somebody crying, somebody depressed, and all those kinds of things. But grief, just as you are dealing with grief looks different for everybody. Okay, it doesn't always show up the same. So, and people need to recognize that, and it's okay. Sometimes grief is quiet. Sometimes it's crying. Sometimes it's sadness. Sometimes it attacks your physical being. Um, Sometimes it doesn't even feel like grief. So there are 7 different ways that grief can show up that doesn't look like grief, but it is grief. So the number one thing is you have a mental fog, a brain fog, like you may forget where your keys are, or forget why you come into the living room or the kitchen. You forget a lot of things. Um, it's not you being lazy or that you're losing your mind. It's your brain's way of protecting you from this pain that you're experiencing. The number 2 surprising thing about grief is that you can become physically exhausted, like your body hurts. That's depression, but you're just exhausted even though you've rested. Um, because grief, believe it or not, weighs heavy on your heart and your body. And so you may feel extremely exhausted during this time. Uh, number the number 3 surprising thing, third the surprising thing is that you avoid going home. So you're used to having your baby there, your pet paw pal there all the time, and you have to go home to an empty house or empty space where they're not greeting you at the door anymore, and you don't know how to handle that. um, that hurts. The fourth thing is you become emotionally numb. um, some people cry, some people don't. If you don't cry, if you're feeling numb, that literally is okay. um, It don't mean that you didn't care for your baby. It just means that your body's in protective mode of yourself. Number 5, you may experience a tight chest or a tight stomach. Um, this is your nervous system responding to the loss, you know. So you can't just go, even though you internalize it and don't talk about it, your body's telling the story. Your body's telling the story. So take notice of that, you know, your emotional space, how you respond to people, your body's reaction, physical reaction to it, tight chest, tight stomach, nerves, sweaty palms, all of that. All of that could signify grief. The number 6 one is being irritable. You know, very irritable. Anybody say anything to you, you going off the handle on them. Get angry really quick. That's all a part of grieving. You know, it's not fair that you go ham on somebody, but you know, it's a part of grieving. I don't know, you know, I don't think it's okay. That's why you need to talk to someone about it, because you know it's not okay that you go off on somebody because you're in a space where you don't know how to handle your emotions. That's what therapy is about. And that's what these grief counseling sessions are about. Grief crisis sessions are about. And I'll put the link in my bio to that, because I have grief counseling sessions where you are able to talk about whatever it is you need to talk about. You can scream, curse, do whatever it is you want to in them, but you just need to get those emotions out. That's irritability. Um, it's okay. It's okay for you not to feel okay. It's okay that grief does not look like everybody else's grief. That's the 7th thing. It's not a cookie cutter type of process. Your grief is your grief. Just like the love for your baby, it was the love for your baby. Y'all had this special bond, special relationship. There's no two relationships like that in the universe. Therefore, there's no two ways of grieving in the universe. Everybody looks different, and your way is the right way for you. And so you shouldn't let anybody make you feel any kind of any difference in how you react to your broken heart when you lose your baby. You know, all of these reactions that I talked about, all 7 of them are normal. So don't feel like you are a sore thumb or you know that you're weird because you're experiencing or all of these. It's just that you're going through the process, and it's okay. You know, and like I said, if it sounds like any of this is you, then I have several products and services just for you. So I offer one-on-one crisis intervention that you can call. We do virtual, do phone call. If you're in the area, I can show up. I have trainings about grief. I have books. I have these little handy cards right here. So I love these cards. Um, they're all on my account. I'll put them in the link so you can look at them. Um, I have a emergency crisis plan. It gives you stuff that you can do immediately, stuff that you can do down the line if you want to do it on your own, or you can link up with me and do one-on-one crisis counseling. I have books, coloring books for children to try to help them understand what grief is all about. I don't want anybody to take it for granted. That's my whole thing about it is we've been suffering too long, I guess, in silence, for lack of a better word. So I just want people to understand that I'm here for you, and I hope you take advantage of the services that are offered. I know that there are not many out here, and I know it might feel new and strange or whatever the case may be. But I have you can do a 1 session, you can do 3 sessions. It's almost like set up like an EAP, but it's just dealing with pet loss. Um, and I want you to take advantage of it because, like I said, it's high time that people understood that you can't take this kind of grief for granted. Um, and I'm here for you. So let's move forward. Like and share these videos that I'm posting, and hopefully we can get some of these employers to understand that the grief is real and people need to take time off to deal with it, okay? And I'm here for you. All right, peace and love. Like and share my videos. Look for the products in the description. Thank you.